Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Soraya, and today I want to talk about communication tips to strengthen your twin flame bond. So how can you communicate with your twin flame better? How can you strengthen your communication skills with your twin flame? That is what we're talking about in this video. It's so good. This is what we're going to talk about first things first. I'm going to flip this whole thing. We're going to do what we do a lot on this channel. We're going to bring everything back to your inner world and your relationship with yourself, because that's fundamental, and that is what ultimately your twin flame reflects. So if you want to have better communication and strengthen your bond with your twin flame, you want to have better communication with yourself within. What does that mean? How can I communicate with myself? Like, think about it. Like, you could talk to yourself anytime. You're always with yourself. Everywhere you go, there you are, as they say. So a lot of us just think like, oh, I have great communication with myself. Like, sure. Or like maybe you're self-reflective and you're like, yeah, like I'm self-aware. I know what's going on in my consciousness. And so you may be having some level of that going on. But what you want to do is you want to cultivate that relationship and communication with yourself. And what I see the most with twin flames who have communication challenges with their twin flame, which is basically where you'd be at being interested in this subject, is that there are parts of themselves that they are not yet aware of, that they're not communicating with. And so that creates a communication block in their twin flame union, and they're not able to connect with their twin flame in that area. It's like the topic where the conversation shuts down, or it's the point where you guys end up physically separating. It's that thing that comes up that you don't know that you're not communicating there because you're not aware that that part of you exists. Because a lot of times we have parts of us that are pushed down into the unconscious, and we may be numb to that part of ourselves. We may not be feeling anything regarding that part of ourselves. So that's a lot of times what's happening, because there's a lot of people who are in touch with themselves in a lot of areas, but there's like that one place where you guys separate, you start having communication issues in your union. And so, yeah, that can come up. If you are experiencing that, by the way, highly suggest looking at getting Ascension coaching, which is what I offer. I can help you with that, just because it's going to be really hard for you to find that place. It's possible. It's going to be challenging because it's in the unconscious, and so you're going to have to kind of choose to go there. Choosing to feel your feelings and having support with that is very, very helpful. It's helped me a lot because I had a lot of this going on for me too, so I understand. It's just, you just don't know what you don't know when you're numb and when you've got stuff in the unconscious. But what you'll know for sure is that it's showing up in your twin flame union. That's usually what happens, is you have no idea what's going on. You're so out of touch with this part of yourself, but your twin flame shows it to you, and you're like, something's not adding up. And that's usually what's going on. And I see that as a coach when people come in, they're like, this is happening, but I'm experiencing this. And, I mean, first you're kind of seeing and discovering whether or not it's like their true twin flame. But once you know it's their true twin flame and there's that inconsistency going on, it's like, okay, there's something else going on here. Let's go deeper into that. So what you want to do is really strengthen your communication with yourself. And you do that through the Ascension journey, loving and connecting with yourself, feeling your feelings, listening to how you feel, creating that emotional intimacy and safety that I talk a lot about on this channel. That is going to help you strengthen your communication and strengthen your bond. So let's say you have pretty good communication, but you just want to take it to the next level. That's fundamentally how you want to build your mastery, so that you can start seeing those kind of results, is you can take your communication to the next level. Like, you guys might have communication to a point, or like I mentioned earlier, like communication in certain areas, but then there's certain areas where you guys always separate, or you guys always get into a fight, or you guys are always just completely in disagreement or not understanding each other, and like it feels like you're speaking two different languages, and you're like, how is this possible? So yeah, you want to be cultivating healthy communication within. There's only one relationship that's happening. This is something that is taught in Twin Flame Ascension School. That one relationship is your relationship with yourself, with God, ultimately. Your relationship with your consciousness, your experience of the divine, that life force within you. That's the only relationship that's ever happening. And so you want to strengthen your communication with yourself. And by self, I mean like capital S, your essence, your consciousness, your being, your energy, your feelings. So that is really where you want to invest your energy. And to do that, that's why we have the teachings of union. So all of that is, of course, available to you. And yeah, as you do that, as you strengthen your communication within, you're going to see those changes with your twin flame. You're going to see that you guys are way more emotionally intimate. You're able to talk about anything. There's going to be a tremendous amount of trust there. And you're just going to feel loved and safe within yourself and in your twin flame union. And you'll share that, of course, with your twin flame. And so your bond will grow and expand. And there's no, first of all, I want to say, like, no communication issue that cannot be resolved. It takes persistence, and it takes having the right like way of going about it, like the right path or the right tools to be able to heal this. But you can heal this, you guys. I have been so numb in certain areas of my consciousness that my twin flame was showing me like all kinds of things. And I was like, oh my, what in the world? Like, who is this person? What is this? You know, I've been there. And so like, I know if I can heal that stuff, I know that anybody can. So have faith, keep going with the process, you know, keep applying the mirror exercise, reach out for help if you're not already. Do not do this alone, guys. It's okay if, like, I mean, of course, if you want to like try it out, of course, you're deciding if you want to, you know, go deeper into this work. But once you've gotten clear on the fact that you want these kind of results and that you've practiced it, you feel comfortable with it, you know that this self-love practice is something that you want to do no matter what. Definitely get some support, guys. But especially if you're experiencing that numbness and the unconscious stuff where your twin flame's doing stuff and you're like, what in the world? Like, don't go through that alone, please. I say that with compassion. But yeah, you can heal it, I promise. No matter what it is, you can heal it. I promise. You just got to know what you're doing, and you got to persist and keep going. So you've got this. I believe in you. I know, and I truly do trust that your journey is perfect for you, and that, yeah, you walk the path, you will get the results. Happens every time. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe if you haven't already, is how I usually say it. I got twisted up in my mind. But yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next video. All right.